Oh, hi, and welcome back to I Bought You Didn't Know, where the contestants of this game show get a few minutes to prove they know what they think they know, and if they don't know, they don't go home.
Here we go.
My name is Mike Barmundi. I am your host for today. I am a product marketing manager for Nutanix. Glad to have you here. Today's topic is AI, ML, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. And with us, we have two amazing guests, well, at least one. Let me introduce her, Laura Jordana, Technical Marketing Director, amazing person, and AI expert. Laura, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for that lovely intro.
Anytime. Parks, how are you?
It was quite nice. You're aggressively mediocre. I don't
Yes.
know why I'm here.
Yeah, well, I get to go home at night. All right, let's go through our categories for today. Legit or nah? Succinctly succinct. Multiple guess. Wild card. Certainly. Bill, we flipped the coin. Unfortunately, it was the only coin on the floor that you found. Up to you. You're bored. Let's go for it.
Just like every other episode, Mike, legit or not for one?
GPUs are required to do generative AI. Bill, legit or nah?
Nah, I don't see G in CPU, just like I don't see a future for you in this career.
That's correct, but Laura, maybe you have a different take on this?
Yeah, Bill's right. You don't necessarily need GPUs for AI or for generative AI. It's a popular misconception, but with the advancements in CPU technology, things like Intel AMX extensions have made it, kind of blurred the lines between CPU and GPU.
Extremely educational.
You don't have to kowtow to him.
With that, Laura, it's your board. Let's go ahead and pick your next topic.
I'm going to pick wild card for one, Mike.
Here we go. AI has been around for blank than 15 years. Laura, go ahead.
I'm going to go with more than 15 years. It's another common misconception. You know, generative AI and AI has really taken off in the last year because of ChatGPT opening up, but it's actually been studied and done by computer scientists for more than 50 years now. So,
Fun fact, I like to think of myself as a data scientist.
That's because you've been around for 50 years. Moving on, Bill, it's your board. Go ahead and choose what's next.
Barmani, let's do succinct. Let's do succinctly.
Hey, Bill, let me help you out there. How about we go to succinctly succinct for one? Succinctly define this AI term, full stack AI. Bill, why don't you take a stab at this one?
Everything AI, Mike.
What does that mean, everything?
it's very succinct.
Very true. Do you have maybe a different answer you want to add to that, Laura?
Yeah, I would say full stack AI is you're thinking of your full AI solution, everything from the platform to the end user interface to your data to the guardrails you put up to the data and security. You need to think of all these things when you're building out a platform.
That's a very good point. Yeah, I like that a lot. Great. Full stack AI. Great answer. Laura, it's your board. Go ahead and choose.
I'm going to go with multiple guess for one, Mike.
Multiple guess for one. Pick all that apply. Which components are most important for an AI-ready infrastructure? A hybrid multi-cloud platform. B, a graphics processing unit, otherwise known as a GPU. C, a cool Nutanix server bezel. D, hyperconverged infrastructure. Or E, an IPMI port.
A, first and foremost, that's the most important. And then after that, I'll say hyperconverged infrastructure since that's the foundation of a hybrid multi-cloud platform.
Okay, I like those answers. Bill, anything to add from the peanut gallery on this one?
Yeah, I would add.
Okay, thanks. Let's move on to the next question. Laura, your board. What comes next?
Let's go with legit or not for three, Mike.
Here's your clue. Customers must focus on privacy around generative AI. Legit or not?
Customers should focus on privacy when building generative AI platforms because they want to keep their data safe and they want to keep it secure and confidential and comply with any regulations that they need to and ensure that their intellectual property stays with them.
Yeah, that's a great point, and I think a lot of customers have a lot of intellectual property
Oh, yeah.
they like to protect, unlike Bill. Next question, succinct. Succinctly define this AI term, private AI platform. Laura, why don't you take a stab at this one?
I really like to think of it as your AI platform, your being the customer, the organization. You want to maintain full control of your data, of your large language models that you customize or fine tune, and of all of those assets that are really important to your company. And so I like to consider it your AI platform.
I think I can actually say this more succinctly. NVIDIA AI Enterprise on Nutanix. Just so you know, we were recently certified with AHV with it.
That was the most succinct answer you've ever said.
Thank you.
And you said succinctly correctly.
Thank you, Laura.
Fantastic. Yeah, let's move on. It's your board. Go ahead.
Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
I take back what I said earlier about you looking like a garden gnome.
And you want to give him a point for that? You want to give him one of your points?
How many points do I have?
Not a garden
Who's
gnome.
keeping score here?
I am.
How many points do I have?
Let's just move on. Okay, Bill, you're bored. Let's move on to the next question.
Multiple guess for 7.
The clue is deploying generative AI. Where do you do it? Please pick all that apply. A, the cloud. B, on-premise. C, the edge. D, Raspberry Pis. E, a pack of D batteries. F, Rabbit R1s. Or G, a hybrid multi-cloud platform. Bill, let's start with you.
I got this one. I'm going to say D, E, and potentially, in some cases, F.
Laura, what are your thoughts?
So I'm going to completely do the opposite of him. A lot of customers start out with the cloud, so A is definitely a good choice. But again, with the theme of data privacy and security and control of data, we want to bring some of that on-prem. We have edge use cases for sensor data and for retail establishments and things like that, where you have a lot of point-of-sale systems and what have you. G is a great answer as well, hybrid multi-cloud platform, like the Nutanix Cloud Platform that has everything you need in one platform for lifecycle management of your data, data security and protection, all in there.
Great answer. Laura, we have time for one more question. Where else do you want to go on the board?
Let's do wildcard for 3.
It's an acronym speed fire. Each of our contestants will be given acronyms, and each of them will be given a chance to answer. The correct answer is chosen by me and awarded points. Here we go. Ooh, you
Gotta
both
sit
got
up straight for this
Yes,
one.
you do. Absolutely. The first acronym is CBOW. C-B-O-W. Bill, take a shot.
Like you, continuous bag of words.
I don't know what you mean. Laura.
Endless bag of words.
Endless bag. EBOW.
There's no E in there. There's only a C. Let's go to the next one. Laura, a RAG, an R-A-G.
Retrieval augmented generation. So in AI, you can use a large language model, right, off the shelf, like a Llama 2 or what have you. But it's not going to be tuned with your own private company's data. And fine tuning is one way to inject your data in there, but a much kind of easier, more efficient way is to do retrieval augmented generation, where you augment the model with your data. And so it's actually faster and a little bit easier to get started with.
Next, GPT. Bill, GPT.
I honestly don't know why I'm here. Go ahead, Laura.
Don't be so discouraged, Bill. Generative Pre-trained Transformer is that acronym.
Correct.
So everyone has heard of ChatGPT, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it stands for generative, which means it generates content. Pre-trained means it was pre-trained on the text from the internet, basically the entire corpus of the internet. And then transformers is the type of architecture used in the model, which is, if you're a data scientist, you could probably go into more details on that, but that's pretty much all anyone really needs to know about it.
Okay, last one, AGI. Bill, take a stab at it. Okay, Laura, AGI.
Artificial general intelligence.
Correct.
So you also have artificial narrow intelligence. Those are 2 types of AI. Narrow means that it's focused on a specific task, or essentially you assign it a specific task to classify data or translate or whatever the task may be. General intelligence is essentially it can do whatever you can think of. It's kind of the iRobots of the world.
Is that available yet?
No, but people say it's coming. So
Thank you for those answers. Great answers, amazing. It is now time for the final bot. The one question that can win it all for each of our contestants. Each of you will have a couple of seconds to think about your answer. I alone will choose the winner from who I think gives the best answer. Here we go. Here comes the question. What is GPT in a box? Bill, let's start with you. What do you think?
A late night nom nom from my favorite restaurant.
No.
do you like the tacos or the junior bacon cheeseburger?
All of it.
All of it.
Do you have the same answer?
I do not. I have the correct answer.
What is the correct answer?
So GPT in a Box is a services-led offering from Nutanix where you can get started with AI in your own data center on the Nutanix Cloud Platform quickly and easily with an opinionated stack of open source software that actually our own AI team uses in our own products to help them build and manage their AI models. And so we're making that available as a stack that customers can use. They can go to the website and it's all open source, download and install it. So Bill, you were talking about NVIDIA AI Enterprise.
Yes.
You know, this is, that's another option. There's plenty of things you can run on the Nutanix Cloud Platform to help your AI, and GPT in a Box is one of them to help you get started.
That's absolutely correct answer. I mean, I'm not sure why you included Bill in that because you just helped him lose more. But with that, Laura, you are the winner. Congratulations. I know, I'm waving at you too, buddy.
Excuse me. I was going to add to that.
Oh, please.
Runs only on AHV.
That's actually correct. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
I will get you a pillow for that because unfortunately you lose and Laura is our winner. Yay, congratulations. Laura,
Thank
we
you.
will send you a gift basket in 6 to 8 weeks full of things that might or may not be worthless. Bill, you get to stay here as usual.
You should try this. It's not easy.
Certainly looks easy. You try sitting in this chair and we'll see who has it easy and who doesn't.
Choke on a potato.
Delicious. And that's it for I Bot You Didn't Know. Thank you to our guests, Laura Jordana, Technical Marketing Director. Bill Parks is staying here. I don't know what thanks is given, but we're thankful that he's sticking on the couch. And thank you to all of you out there for learning about AI ML today. Please like and subscribe and comment below. If you agree or disagree or like to see something else, we'd be happy to engage. We see you next time on I Bot You Didn't Know.